Revisiting Theodicy, a critical examination through the lens of Imaginitarianism. Theodicy, the philosophical endeavor to justify the existence of a benevolent and omnipotent deity in the face of evil and suffering, has long been a subject of intense scrutiny and debate. While traditional theological approaches have sought to reconcile the apparent contradictions between divine attributes and the existence of evil, Imaginitarianism offers a fresh perspective that challenges conventional notions of divine vindication. Critique of traditional theodicy. Traditional theodicies, such as those rooted in classical theology or philosophical speculation, often encounter significant challenges when subjected to critical analysis. 1. Problem of evil. The existence of seemingly gratuitous suffering and moral evil poses a profound challenge to the notion of an all-powerful and benevolent God. Despite attempts to explain evil as a necessary component of a greater good or as a consequence of human free will, traditional theodicies struggle to account for the magnitude and distribution of suffering in the world. 2. Incoherence of divine attributes. The attempt to reconcile divine attributes, such as omniscience, omnipotence, and omnibenevolence, within the context of a world marred by evil and suffering leads to logical inconsistencies and theological paradoxes. Traditional theodicies often resort to ad hoc explanations or appeals to mystery to evade these contradictions, undermining their coherence and explanatory power. 3. Existential implications. Traditional theodicies can have profound existential implications, potentially trivializing or rationalizing the lived experiences of those who endure suffering and injustice. By attributing suffering to divine purposes or moral lessons, traditional theodicies risk diminishing the gravity of human suffering and absolving individuals of their responsibility to address systemic injustice and alleviate unnecessary harm. Reimagining theodicy through Imaginitarianism. Imaginitarianism offers a novel approach to theodicy that reframes the debate and challenges conventional theological assumptions. 1. Imaginative engagement with evil. Imaginitarianism encourages individuals to confront the reality of evil and suffering through imaginative empathy and ethical reflection. Rather than seeking to justify or vindicate God's existence in the face of evil, Imaginitarianism invites individuals to grapple with the existential significance of suffering and to cultivate empathic solidarity with those who endure adversity. 2. Interconnectedness of consciousness. Imaginitarianism posits that consciousness is not limited to human minds but extends to the broader tapestry of sentient experience. By acknowledging the interconnectedness of consciousness, Imaginitarianism reframes theodicy as a collective endeavor to alleviate suffering and promote human flourishing, rather than as a theological puzzle to be solved through abstract speculation. 3. Ethical engagement with evil. Imaginitarianism emphasizes the ethical imperative to confront and address the root causes of evil and suffering in the world. Rather than passively accepting the existence of evil as part of a divine plan, Imaginitarianism calls individuals to action, inspiring them to advocate for social justice, alleviate suffering, and cultivate conditions conducive to human flourishing. Bold solutions rooted in imaginative empathy. 1. Promoting empathic solidarity. Foster educational initiatives and cultural practices that cultivate empathic solidarity with those who endure suffering and injustice. Encourage individuals to engage in imaginative exercises that allow them to inhabit the perspectives of others, fostering empathy, compassion, and ethical engagement with the world. 2. Advocating for social justice. Mobilize communities to advocate for social justice and systemic change to address the root causes of evil and suffering. Support initiatives that promote equality, dignity, and human rights, challenging structures of oppression and injustice that perpetuate needless harm and inequality. 3. Cultivating ethical imagination. Cultivate a culture of ethical imagination that inspires individuals to envision alternative futures characterized by compassion, solidarity, and human flourishing. Encourage imaginative exploration of utopian possibilities and creative problem-solving to address the complex challenges of evil and suffering in the world. Costs and considerations. embracing imaginitarian perspectives may challenge entrenched theological doctrines and traditional interpretations of sacred texts, eliciting resistance from religious authorities and Orthodox believers. The costs of perpetuating traditional theodicies are profound, including existential disillusionment, moral complacency, and theological stagnation. Imaginitarian interventions offer a pathway towards a more empathic, ethically engaged, and imaginatively vibrant approach to confronting evil and suffering in the world. In conclusion, imaginitarianism offers a critical re-evaluation of theodicy, challenging traditional theological approaches and reframing the debate in terms of imaginative empathy, ethical engagement, and collective action. By embracing the interconnectedness of consciousness and cultivating a culture of ethical imagination, individuals can confront the existential realities of evil and suffering with courage, compassion, and creative resolve.